Subbu, are you there?
Yes or no?
Keep admitting people. Just play the video.
Do you know what great Martin Luther King? You know what great Martin Luther King said about India? He said, I visit other countries as a tourist, but I come to India as a pilgrim. You go to Chinmay IAS Academy. Chinmay mission has legacy and experience of more than 50 years.
Calling India's best to make India the best. Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services.
Hari Om, uncle. Shall we start? Sanjita ji?
Yes, sir. I am ready.
Okay. We will start with invocations. Teja, shall I play the invocation?
Hari Om. Ekadantam umasutam vinayakam bhajagajananam vinayakam bhajagajananam gajananam 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 vinayakam bhajagajananam vinayakam bhajagajananam vignaharakam shivanandanam vignaharakam shivanandanam vidyanayakam gajananam vignaharakam shivanandanam vidyanayakam gajananam pranavakaram sakala sukadam pranavakaram sakala sukadam durita viduram gajananam durita viduram gajananam vinayakam bhajagajananam vinayakam bhajagajananam ekadantam umasutam vinayakam bhajagajananam vinayakam bhajagajananam
Hari Om, and a warm welcome to one and all present here. We take pride and we are quite happy to see a large number of students turning up for this session today to know more about our prestigious Chinmay Academy of Civil Services. First of all, thank you, Yamini, for the beautiful rendition. So moving forward, let's start this session with no further ado with the welcome remarks and welcome speech and the opening remarks by Dr. S. Ramohan. Before I give over the mic to Dr. S. Ramohan, a short introduction about him. Dr. S. Ramohan is a retired IRAS officer. He was given the award for outstanding performance among all officer trainees at the Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration. He retired with the rank of Special Secretary to the Government of India in the year 2009. He holds 6 postgraduate degrees, besides PhD, MBA, an advanced diploma in finance, PG diploma in Spanish, and a degree in law. Dr. S. Ramohan is a great Indic scholar and highly proficient in both Tamil and Sanskrit literature. Apart from this, he has also been conferred the prestigious Fellowship Award by the Computer Society of India and also the award of Expert Scholar of Oriental Wisdom by the Waves Association of Scholars at Houston, USA. He was also given the Saraswati Puraskar by the Itihasa Bharati Research Center, Mysore. Now, I cordially invite Dr. S. Ramohan to give this welcome speech and the opening remarks for the session.
Good morning to all of you. Hope you are able to hear me clearly. Yeah, good. Excellent. We are stepping into the dawn of a new age. So many youngsters have come. More than 970 people have registered. We are in a mission, a combined mission to build a new India. You are the architects and the builders. You are the people who are supervising it. So you will be able to do that. We are going to discuss about the IAS examination and how to prepare for that. To tell you online experience or how to prepare for this, we have got a young IAS officer, Sanjita, who has recently qualified. She will tell you how she made the preparations. Will tell us all the things. I'll just give you a general introduction. What is required for an examination of this magnitude? Very difficult. Last year, about 9 lakh candidates participated in the preliminary exam. After that, about 6 to 7,000 people were selected for final exam. Out of that 7,000 people, about 4,500 people qualified for the interview. Out of that 4,000 people, about 700 people were finally selected. So the probability is 0.00001. Does it dismay you? Not necessarily. You can be one among the 2 persons who get selected. But what is the criteria, qualification required? How do you do that? I'll tell you some anecdotes. It is Los Angeles, year 1946. There was a poor black man who had 22 children. He was a field laborer. His wife was working as servant maid. After 22 children, the 18th one was a crippled girl. So she was not able to walk. So till she was 2-3 years old, she has to wear the braces, metal braces, to which she with only that she can walk. Her name is Wilma Rudolph. When she was 3 years old, she was walking with difficulty with braces. Then she looked outside. The ground, so many children of her age were running, playing, jumping. So went to her mother and asked her, why they are able to run and jump? Why I am not able to do that? An ordinary mother would have told you are not able to run, you will never be able to run because you are polio affected. You cannot. Her mother, even though she was not educated, she's an evolved person. She told Wilma Rudolph, you are not able to run because you think you are not able to run. Just to think that if you will be able to run, you will be able to run. Believing her mother's words, Wilma threw away the braces and started to walk. First few weeks, she fell down whenever she tried to walk without braces. But she was not dismayed. She started slowly and slowly walking. Her calf muscles and thighs got strengthened. After a few months, she was able to walk. After 1 year, she was able to run. After the end of 2-3 years, she participated in a running race in her town and came at the last. But then that did not dismay her. She started running. Now the scene shifts to 1964 Los Angeles Olympics. So she entered her name as a participant in 3 games, 100, 200 and 400 meters relay. A person was affected by this thing. But then she participated and became the first women athlete in the entire Olympic history from 1896 who won the 3 gold medals. How was she able to do it? Because she believed she can do it. So all depends on the belief system, attitude, positive attitude. They give place value to the alphabets. A is number 1, B is 2, Z is 26. So the word attitude, take the word, give the place value to that. A is number 1, T is 20, another T is 20, I is, I think, 9, another T is 20, U is 21, D is 4. Like that you have. If you add all these numbers, it comes to 100. So 100% of your success depends on your attitude. So develop a positive attitude. Attitude matters. First one is self-belief, as Wilma Rudolph. Second, attitude. Third one, I'll tell you another anecdote. It was outside Paris. The year is somewhere at the end of 1880s, 1888, 89. There's a young person, a young soldier, sitting in a tent outside a war camp. He is just 19 years old. He was studying mathematics and strategic science. All his batchmates, the soldiers, were slightly elder to him. They are all drinking, dancing, making merry. Everywhere come back by midnight to the camp. This boy alone was sitting and studying. His colonel came and saw him. Why all the others are sitting and dancing and drinking and playing? Why you are wasting your time studying books on mathematics and war? Then he told him. But this boy said, I am interested in studying. Then the commander told him, I take my word. After 10 years, all these people will be very enjoying, still continue to enjoy in their life. They will be happy, they will get married. You studying all maths and strategy, you will be regretting. You wasted your youth in all these things. The boy said, no, sir. After 10 years, they will still be drinking, merrymaking and playing, dancing with girls. But after 10 years, I will be the Emperor of France. His name was Napoleon Bonaparte. So that confidence matters. How you make yourself. So self-confidence, know thyself. Right from when the question was asked, Sphinx is the lion which is kept in Egypt. So when the Sphinx was asked, what is the secret of life? It was not answering. And when Socrates or somebody went and asked, what is the secret of life? The Sphinx answered, know thyself. Know your own inner abilities. Know your own capabilities. Rise up to your own total potential. About 10 years ago, I had gone to Thailand. There is a Buddha temple there. In the Buddha temple, there was a golden Buddha studded with 800 diamonds, 8 feet tall and 8 feet platform. It has a very interesting history behind it. It was built in 10th or 11th century by the Chola kings, which are ruling there, Tamil kings. So it was till 19th century, 20th century beginning, it was known as Terracotta Buddha Temple. You know what is terracotta? Terracotta is a clay Buddha temple. Why it was called clay Buddha temple? It's a beautiful history. So it was known as clay Buddha, but the idol was made of clay, terracotta. In the beginning of 20th century, they wanted to remove that idol somewhere else for doing repair to the temples. So they put it on a truck and were moving. halfway through, very heavy rains came. In Southeast Asia, rains are very heavy. So the clay was started dissolving. So the devotees were very worried. We could have kept it as it is. Now, because of our foolishness, we exposed it to the open. Now the clay Buddha is dissolving. After some time, Buddha Vishnu will not be there. Only dissolved clay will be there. But Prashtu, it didn't happen. What happened was, after some time, the clay was dissolving. From within the clay emerged a golden Buddha studded with diamond. The reality was that till 13th century, it was known as the Golden Buddha Temple. Everybody came and worshipped. By 14th century, there was invasion by the Champas, a non-believing race from outside, as it happened in India, as they did in Taliban, did in Afghanistan. So the kings who were ruling there, they covered the Golden Buddha with the clay. So the invaders thought it's a clay and went away without damaging it. So it continued like that. It was known as Terracotta Buddha. First 500 years, people knew outside was clay, but inside was gold. But as time progressed, they did not understand the truth. They believed that it is only clay. So it required a chance encounter with nature to show that what is inside is Buddha, gold, not. Then now it is called the Golden Buddha Temple. Why I am telling this story to you is because from within you, each one of you, there's a Golden Buddha. Yeah, and a magnificent, all-embracing, very knowledgeable reality is there within you. But people from outside influences, they may cover you with false notions. You are incompetent. You won't be able to do it. It requires great study, great effort to pass the IAS exam. Don't waste your time. Just be a clerk. So this is a negative impression imposed by other people on you. Don't fall for that. You are born to succeed. You are born to win. You will win. It requires only focus and concentration. You need not have to be a Ramanujan or Einstein to pass a competitive exam. Be totally focused. And you require, one thing you require right attitude, self-confidence, as we have seen now, and right choice of subject, and a good teacher to guide you. That is very essential. There is a Tamil text called Thirumandiram, in which I don't want to tell because many of you may not understand. But the text says there is a cotton. If you expose the cotton to sun rays, nothing happens to the cotton. It remains as it is. It doesn't get burnt. Even though the sun is trillions of degrees centigrade atomic fuel station, nothing happens. Just to buy a lens for 10 rupees and interpose the lens between the sun's rays and the cotton, within few seconds, when the sun's rays are directed towards the cotton gets burnt away. Like the job of a coaching institution or a teacher is like that of a lens. Even though knowledge is available everywhere, in several books, everywhere. But for you to directly get the knowledge, it is difficult. But the coaching institutions like Chinmaya, they help you, like the lens focusing the fire, rays of the sun on the cotton, it directs it. So it helps you. So you join the coaching institute, learn. This is a learn for, not for monetary purposes, only with the sole aim of enthusing the young man. You are all going to be the architects of the future. Go to Mahabalipuram near Tamil Nadu, like Madras coast. Go to Khajuraho. Go to Konarak. Go to Haisala architecture in near Belur and Halebeedu. Go to Hampi. You can find out how a lifeless stone has been converted into vibrant dancing postures. They look real. So it depends on the pliability of the stone and the art of the sculptor. So the Chinmaya Institute will sculpt you to perfection. From a model to ordinary stone, it will be converted into a great dancing piece. So it depends. somebody asked Michelangelo, one of the greatest sculptors of all time in Italy. He was in Rome. So one day he was walking on the road. He outside a shopkeeper, he found a huge boulder of stone. Then he asked, why you have kept it? Can I take it home? The shopkeeper said, you can take it home. It is absolutely useless piece of rock. I am keeping it. You take it. So after 1 year, there was an exhibition. There was a beautiful statue of Jesus Christ who was crucified lying on the lap of his mother. It is known as Pieta, very famous statue. It's a marble statue, not rock, marble. So the shopkeeper asked him, where did you get such a beautiful piece of marble to make such a wonderful statue? Then Michelangelo said, you remember, 1 year ago you said it is a useless stone. I saw it, I thought I can make a piece of it. You told me you take it away. I brought it, and this is the Pieta statue. The shopkeeper saw only a useless, ugly piece of stone there, a marble there. Whereas Michelangelo could see a wonderful Pieta statue within that. He removed whatever is not Pieta from that rock, Pieta emerged from that. Likewise, all of you have got that wonderful capability within you. So remove whatever is not truly you. Remove that. The true you will come out. You will be successful. So I have talked for quite some time, more than 10 minutes. So I will hand over to the conductor. I will come back again. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, Dr. Ramohanji, for those kind and positive words. Let's all hope that we all find our inner golden Buddha and reach our true potential. So next, to give the benedictory address, we have a very dynamic sannyasi. He is none other than Swami Anukulanandaji. To give a brief introduction about him, Swami Anukulanandaji, as his name suggests, is truly a cool sannyasi. He is the resident director at Chinmaya International Residential School. He is also the South Zone Director of All India Chinmaya Yogakendra. He is someone who is proficient in 5 languages, which include Malayalam, Tamil, Hindi, English, and Sanskrit. He is a strong devotee of Swami Chinmayananda and a vocal activist for the Hindu cause. He is someone who believes in the greatness of Indic civilization and has done a lot of research on the Saraswati civilization. He is also someone who plays badminton, tennis, soccer, and is a very proficient tabla player. He has also co-authored a value education book called Life and Aradhana, which is published by Chinmaya Mission and Oxford University Press. Now, I cordially invite Swamiji to give the benedictory address. Over to you, Swamiji.
Namaste, Hari Om to all of you. My pranams and my greetings to Sanjita ji as well, who are here to be part of this wonderful program. My greetings to all participants who have come here for this seminar from Chinmaya IAS Academy about the IAS coaching and IAS as a profession. Directly, I would have asked you this one particular question. What is the one particular sign of a youth? And you know, in the Taittiriya Upanishad, one of the Upanishads in the Vedas, it is said that the first quality of a youngster is ashishtaha. Ashishtaha means one who is hopeful. One who has hope is a youngster, and hope is no more young even if they are a teenager. So the sign of youth is hope. And hope for what? When we ask, it is hope for making things better than what it is. And we think about what we can change in our lives. Of course, youngsters have the greatest of hope. In fact, Swami Chinmayananji, if he said one particular statement which always rings in our heart, it is, in the youth, I have hope. This is what Swami Chinmayananji said. But what kind of a youth can bring that hope into manifestation, what kind of a youth can bring in change, that is the question, and that calls for fantastic preparation. It is only an empowered youth who has come into a particular stature, only those people can influence the society which they envision in themselves. So an amazing opportunity that all of us have in life is to take up a career as an IAS. As an IAS officer, there is no end to what we can do, and the lives of thousands of people can be transformed by one person working with a great vision, with great efficiency, and with love. So it is so wonderful that so many of you have attended this session. Let me give you this one particular idea, and you will understand how it is not difficult to qualify. So many people up IAS. And the point is, some people do not even appear for the exam. Among those who appear for the exam, how many people are prepared when we ask the question? It is still lesser. So the real competition in the exam is only with a small group of people. I was told that around 900 people have registered for this program. But when you actually see how many people are attending this program, it may not be 900, which means the competition for it has already reduced. So don't worry, we are never competing against the whole world. With a small group of people who are really interested in doing what they want to do. And that itself is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And how are we doing? That becomes the most important question. So what are the qualities that are required for a great leader? That is told in a beautiful book, and that is called the Tirukkural in Tamil. And in Tamil, in the Tirukkural, there is a place which talks about the qualities of a great leader. And 4 qualities are talked about as the qualities of a great leader. And what are those 4? 1, it is said, has to be courageous. What happens is many people aspire to do great things, but the aspiration gets fulfilled only if we start. And to start, what is required is courage. What is required? Yes, I will attain it. So the first quality of a great leader, even if they want to take up a great project and see it into success, that what is required is called courage. So the word for that in Tamil is anjamai. What is required for a very great leader, it is called compassion, the ability to give. People in general, they are very good, no doubt about it, but their thinking is too limited. And when their thinking is too limited, is that they continue to live for themselves, and such people cannot be leaders. A great leader is one who has a majestic vision. And such people can attain great things in life because their work is oriented towards great things, not small things. So the second quality, it is called igai or compassion. The fourth, I'm not talking about the third, that is called ukam. Ukam means enthusiasm. great enthusiasm to achieve what they want to do. If we ask them, is it enough? They will say, no, not enough. But you have already achieved so much. That is not enough. There is so much more to do. And thus, these people are people who are driven by great enthusiasm, driven by a great vision to do the best that they can do for the entire world. So the fourth quality is called enthusiasm. So the first is courage, the second is compassion, the fourth is enthusiasm. What finally possible is called the third quality, and that is called arivu or knowledge. Because knowledge makes the foundation for anything to happen. If one has to succeed in sports, there has to be knowledge. If one has to succeed in so all hope becomes successful, everything manifests only because we'll have that important knowledge. More the knowledge, with all the other three qualities, they become a great leader. The whole point for us to do is to see that we excel in that knowledge. And the entire training of our IAS, becoming an IAS officer, is to gain that kind of a knowledge along with the ability to work for the people. And for that, we have our Chinmaya IAS Academy, which is committed not only to create people who have the information, also to create people with the right personality who can achieve that kind of status which they want to do in their lives. So we welcome all of you to this wonderful program. We are very happy that you have all joined here, and we wish you a wonderful journey where we will hold your hand to fulfill your great vision. So let us carry these four in our lives: the attitude, or the enthusiasm, the courage, the compassion, and finally this great knowledge, so that we together can serve the nation. In every other profession, we can only ask, what is your success? What did you do for yourself? What did you achieve? It is in this profession that our success is going to be measured by what did we do for this entire society, what did we do for this entire nation, what changed the lives of people. This, I believe, is one of the noblest causes, and this is a first step that we can take in forming our nation. I wish you all the best, and may all blessings of God and Gurudev be with you. Thank you very much. And I'm sure in this session, Sanjit ji and Ram Mohan ji will guide you further into understanding. Thank you very much. Nice to have you at this program. I wish you all the best. Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thanks a lot for those encouraging words. I think, as Swamiji rightly said, courage, compassion, and enthusiasm based on the noble knowledge is all creates an empowered youth. An empowered youth in a position of power can influence the society in a great manner. So here we are and as on that note, I'd like to introduce you to one young, energetic, accomplished officer who, just like you and me, is an alumni of Chinmaya Vidyalaya. I cordially welcome Srimati Sanjita Mohapatra to this session. To give a brief introduction about her, Srimati Sanjita Mohapatra is an alumni of Chinmaya Vidyalaya, Roorkela. She completed her class 10 from this school in the year 2006 with 96.3%. In fact, she was ranked 4th in the state of Odisha. After this, she had completed her graduation from the College of Engineering and Technology in Bhubaneswar, and that too, she was a topper. She completed her course in mechanical engineering with a CGPA of 9.03. After this, she passed the Odisha Civil Services exam in the year 2017 with the second rank from all over the state, with an optional in sociology and forestry. She served as an assistant manager from the year 2013 to 2018 in the Rourkela Steel Plant, Steel Authority of India, Private Limited. After this, she cleared the UPSC Civil Services in the year 2019, ranked 10th all over the country. Now, she's currently serving as the assistant collector in Sindhudurg in the state of Maharashtra. I welcome you, ma'am, to the session, and now the stage is all yours.
Okay, thank you. Hari Om, everyone. Respected dignitaries of the day and my fellow young friends who have joined us today online. First of all, I would take up this opportunity to thank Chinmay Academy of Civil Services for giving me this wonderful opportunity to address you all today. My school, my alma mater, Chinmay Vidyalaya, has always been the foundation on which I have built up this bright future career of mine. So it is always very special and very important to me in my life, and it will stay like this forever. So when my principal called me up and informed me about this session, so I instantly said yes. And I thought, yes, it would be a great opportunity to interact. I really enjoy interacting with the young people who are, I always, when I look at them, I recall of my days. So it's very fun for me. So today I have thought of a structure on how I'll be addressing you all. So I'll start with what is exactly civil services and what does it actually offer, why it should entice you, and my inspiration to become a civil servant, and what actually my journey was to get to where I am today. Civil services, in a very layman or generic term, you can see the services which is extended by the state administration as a whole through the public servants. All the civil servants which we are actually public servants. So we basically provide all basic necessities of life to the public at large. So there are two types of civil services. There are state civil services and union civil services, which is conducted by UPSC, as you all are aware. State civil services are conducted by the state boards, the state PSCs. So in state PSCs, the difference is you will be posted in your own state for the rest of your career, whereas in union UPSC, when you are selected through UPSC, you get posted in any part of the country. So like I am basically from Odisha, but as per the vacancies, my rank and everything, I got my posting in Maharashtra. And it's not that I will be posted in Maharashtra for whole of my life. I can always opt to go and serve in my own state for some time. I can be deputed in many central organizations within the country, and also I can go to the central government to serve there. So it's a holistic posting which comes up when you are recruited through UPSC. So and another difference in the state services and the UPSC, Union Public Services, is that state services is usually held to fill up the lower ranking officials. In the state administration, there is a hierarchy. So usually where people directly come into contact with a lot of local population, the state civil services recruit like tehsildars or block development officers. They are recruited through state services. And Union Public Service, UPSC, recruits those persons who actually have a controlling authority, or they manage the overall functioning of the administration, like IAS officers, IPS officers who become collectors or SPs of a district. So that is a basically difference in how these two services are divided. Second, what does it offer actually? We have heard a lot about, and I want to become an IAS officer, I want to become an IPS officer. This is where it gets interesting. everything under the sun, and that is the only reason why civil services preparation syllabus is so vast. Everyone says you read history, geography, economy, social sciences, you name it, and it's there in the syllabus. Because basically, when you work as a civil servant, you deal with everything under the sun. So a collector of a district deals with land and revenue, disaster management, law and order, water management, you name it, and the collector deals with that subject. So it's basically, we have super moms who do everything for the home, who manages the whole home so wonderfully. So a collector manages a district in the same sense. Everything has to go through him or her, that how a district has to run, how the funds has to flow, how the district will develop. Imagine one person, a district may have a population to somewhere ranging from 1 lakh to 1 crore. And one single person sitting at a position can actually decide and affect the lives of lakhs and crores of people in a positive way. So when you leave that district, you can actually change the face of a district. So that is the wonderful thing which this service actually provides you with, the platform. So through civil services, it's not that you just get selected into Indian Administrative Services. You also, there are 15 to 20 more officers which you get selected as officers, like IPS officers, Indian Police Service. You also get selected as Indian Foreign Service, where you join as a diplomat and work outside of the country as a representative of your country. There are Indian Forest Service, there are Indian Revenue Service, there's Indian Audits and Account Services, and all these services you see you act as the head of those departments in the respective areas. So they are the topmost positions. So they provide you with a very, very, very big platform to work. So that is one of the biggest here. And ultimately, why IAS is a crux, as I told you before also, because the platform it provides, the avenue it provides, what you can, as Swamiji was talking about, how you can affect the lives of so many people all together, and that is the platform which IAS provides. And that is why the charm of IAS, that you can influence so many lives, you can touch so many lives in a very positive manner. So this was a background. So if I come to my inspiration, why did I think of becoming an IAS officer? What motivated me? So this seed was sown when I was very small. Maybe when I was in school. So when childhood, we were used to write essay. You have to write an essay on aim of my life. I remember this rule books, and you have to write only 10 pages. 10 lines. So what is the aim of your life? My first line will be, I want to become an IAS officer. I literally didn't know what is the full form of an IAS officer. What does an IAS officer do? I think so I was in standard 5 or 6. I don't even remember it now. So I just knew I want to become an IAS officer. You are from a very small town. Your parents are middle class people. So your aspiration when you are from a small town is respect. So when you see whom do people respect the most in that area, everyone talks about a collector had come. So you consistently hear it, and whenever someone asks your parents, what will your child become? She is studying very well. No, she'll become a collector when she grows up. So you keep on hearing that. And you know how you become a collector? You become a collector when you become an IAS officer. So that was the base on which I built up. So that was a dream of a child. I did not know what laid inside it, but how did that aspiration become stronger? So when I was in standard 6th, my 5th or 6th, my sister and I both were reading in Chinmay Vidyalaya English Medium Rourkela. So my father had never a stable job. He used to work in the informal sector. So he used to be on and off of job every month. Sometimes he would have money, sometimes not. So my father one day sat and told my mom, let's the elder sister continue her study in English medium. We cannot afford another child in the English medium. Let's take her up and make her study in a government school so that we can manage. So my mother, she has studied only till class 5th. She does not know anything when it comes to education. But see, she knew one thing. She told my father, when she grows up, won't she ask you what was my mistake that Didi could study in an English medium school and you did not let me study? So she said, we will manage. We have been managing so long. Why can't we manage this? And this somehow reached my principal, and she got to know from somewhere that I'm planning to drop, or I maybe shifted out. I had financial problems. So she reached out and she told me that I would adopt you. I would like to adopt you. And since then, there has been no looking back. Chinmay Mission has funded all of my education, my uniform, my shoes, everything since standard 6 to standard 10th. My parents have not spent a penny. Even I remember during my Saraswati Puja and Ganesh Puja, when all will be decked up in new clothes and go to the school, I would feel very shy because I did not have new clothes. My principal would go out and buy for me clothes so that I can wear them and come, because she sensed that I am unhappy and maybe I am not able to express it. And she did that for me. So this is how it started. Then 11th and 12th, same old problem. My parents cannot afford any more money for me going for 12th education. I wanted to go to a better place for good coaching or anything. So an NRI, he is in Odia. He is an NRI. He stays outside. My teachers found out link from somewhere, and he agreed, looking at my credentials, my merit, that for the 2 years I will finance your coaching fees, your food, your shelter. I was literally shocked. Out of nowhere, when I had no hope, I had thought I would again have to go back to a place and just manage. Someone would come forward without my knowledge, with the help of some random stranger, and he said, I'll sponsor your 2 years. And I studied again. And then I got through JEE and I got in a government college engineering, CET in Bhubaneswar. After joining in engineering, I had educational loan. So educational loan took care of my semester fees every semester. But again, the thing came about, how do I manage my day-to-day expenses? Khana chahiye, you need to have you need to buy books, you need everyday materials. My father used to earn 5,000 per month, and it was spent on my sister's engineering semester fees. She could not get a educational loan. So what do I do now? Again, a non-profit organization came forward looking at my merit and sponsored 4 years of my miscellaneous expenses. So when this all things went on happening in my life, I stopped at a point and thought, why every point of my life someone or the other has come forward to help me, and how do I give back? And that is when I thought maybe that was the reason I had a dream to become a collector. This is the best way I can give back to the society. This would be the best platform, because these people had helped me without any expectations that I would help them back or give them money or do anything for them. So how do I repay them back? How do I repay all this debt? And this I can repay by doing the best for the society. And civil services had always been a thing which would provide me that amount of platform in which I can actually give back to the society. So my resolve to become an IAS officer became very stronger. After completing my graduation, I always wanted to appear for the services, but my family had always been struggling financially. So I decided I'll take up a job. I'll make my parents financially stable. They had done so much for me. They had sacrificed so much. So it was my time to at least do something for them. So I decided I'll do a job, keep my preparation as along. I started my preparation from after 12th. During my graduation, I had started reading newspapers, current affairs, slowly building up the basics. It is a time I'm talking about 2008, when the internet was very sparsely available, and UPSC in Odisha, back where I am from, there was not much of a hue and cry about it. So no one talked about becoming an IAS officer. So I did not have much information coming in. There were no coaching institutions absolutely over there. So I had to do it all of my own. So it was very difficult. I gave 2 of my prelims during my graduation and I failed bitterly. I could not score anywhere nearby. So I was very disheartened. So I took up the job and I thought I'll read every single day, maybe for 2-3 hours, but I'll read. So the 5 years of my job has been a journey of creating a very strong foundation for me. Reading the basic NCRTs, reading newspaper, reading current affairs. It had been a daily affair. I had my friends who would ask me out, "Ki, let's go and have fun." And I would say my fun days are reserved for weekends. I'll go out one single day. Other days I used to study. They would make fun of me that, how much do you study? Whenever we ask, what are you doing? You said, I'm studying. What do you study so much? But I knew, as Sir was saying, when Napoleon Bonaparte said, no, after 10 years, they'll be making merry, but I'll become the Emperor of France. So, no, I did not think I'll become an emperor or empress, but I knew my consistent efforts would someday give results. And I had that resolve in my mind that this is what I want to do. So I continued my small, consistent efforts. And after 5 years, when everything was financially stable and everything was done, I decided that now I want to quit my job and focus sincerely on giving a final last try. And then either I do it or I move forward in life. So I gave my serious attempt in 2018. That was my 4th attempt. I had given 3 attempts during my college days, which were severely bad. They were very bad, actually. So in my 4th attempt, I had taken a break from my office. I resigned, and that was my serious attempt. And I could qualify prelims, but I missed mains by 7 marks. And that was the lowest point in my life. I had no job. I had no financial security. I had just been married. Everyone wanted me to settle down in life. They were like, you are growing old. Why do you want to venture out into something so new when your life is very, settled right now? But as you said, no, that self-belief, as Sir was saying in the introductory speech, your self-belief, your attitude, my mental strength, those 3 were very strong. I knew I wanted to do it. So I focused on it, and in 2019, it was a very big surprise that I could score such high marks and get through this. So ultimately, throughout the journey of the process, when before me, the 2 speakers have spoken about, no, it's your attitude, it's your mental strength, it's your willpower, it's your confidence, it's hard work, sheer hard work and consistency, which when you put up, when you focus on it, and slowly you will be able to achieve it through hard work. It will be there. It's all about your goal, your ambition. I always loved that tagline by APJ Abdul Kalam ji when he said, dreams are those that don't let you sleep at night. So have such kind of dreams which will always motivate you. And mental strength is very, very important in this process of your preparation of civil services. As Swamiji very correctly pointed out, 9 lakh people fill up the forms. Hardly 4 to 5 lakh people appear the exam. And in that, rarely half of the people are well prepared. So the scope of your competition is very small. So you decide how you want to compete, how you can become better. And it's not, and also I would like to add that it's not that after becoming an IAS officer, everything is hunky-dory and I have a very posh life. There are days where I can't talk to my parents. The days goes together. I'm not able to call them. I have to miss out on important family functions. I may not be available emotionally or physically for my friends and families many of the times. But at the end, when a poor person with tattered clothes walks into my cabin with folded hands and a smile that thank you for doing this, when I had just signed a caste certificate or done a small thing for him or issued his pension, which is my job, you really feel satisfied. That satisfaction level when you get from a work by helping such people is unparalleled. And now when I started working, it gives me every day immense pleasure and satisfaction to go to sleep at night and wake up with that much enthusiasm and motivation to go to work. And that is so beautiful, I can't explain. So this job offers you that. And in the end, I would like to end with something that I always believe in one thing: be the change you want to see in the world, which is a famous quote by Gandhiji. I always thought this is not working, that is not working. So how do I do it? Become a part of the solution, not the part of the problem. So that is why I took up this job. Second, be a good human being. You don't need to become an IAS officer to change the whole world or do good for everyone. If there are your small activities, your small goals, people who work in NGOs, people, noble professions like doctors, teachers, engineers, everyone is serving the country in some or the other way, but always have the goal to help others, help out as many people as you can, and good will always come back to you. And I'll always be available on Twitter. My Twitter ID is there. I'll request her to share with all of you. You need any help on anything related to UPSC, you can always get in touch with me. I'll try my level best to help you out. Anything else, you can ask questions in the end and we'll try to solve it. Thank you, everyone. Hari Om.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot for that. I think Sanjita ma'am is the personified symbol of what had courage, compassion, and enthusiasm, and constantly pursued knowledge. So, thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot for those inspiring words. Now, next we have Mr. Srirama Desigan, who is the Chief Coordinator of Chinmaya Academy of Civil Services, with us, who will be giving a brief presentation about our academy and how to prepare for the civil service examinations as well.
Why don't you have Desigan? நம்ம question answer வச்சுக்கலாமா? ஏன்னா இல்லாட்ட அந்த என்ன question கேட்கணும் அந்த பசங்க மறந்து போயிடுவா.
Okay, I thought we can tell them about the civil service examination pattern. Then we can ask them to
question. Okay.
Ask the question. That's why I thought.
Okay,
I'm going to explain the pattern of the examination, all those things.
Okay, give the presentation.
Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you, Teja. So please give us patient hearing. Sorry, let me share the screen now.
Sanjita?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very remarkable. It is really very inspiring story. Yes. I think Charles Dickens has been alive. He would have written a book about you.
Some days where after retirement, post-retirement, I should keep up something.
Okay, very remarkable. I really compliment you. Excellent.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Sanjita ji. That was wonderful. So I will start. So the humble prostrations to our Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananji, who is our inspiration always, source of inspiration. So Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services was started by Chinmaya Mission, which has got 300 centers across India, across the globe. And you are aware, being a Chinmaya student, you must be aware we are running schools, colleges, everything, and we are there in this education field for the more than 50 years. And we started this Chinmaya Academy for Civil Service in 2017 in Chennai, when Chinmaya University was started in Ernakulam the same year. So Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services was inaugurated by Dr. Kiran Bedi, right? This is a basic information about Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services. I would like to just talk to you about an inspirational story. A young officer like Sanjita ji has just started her career. So this person is also young, but must be senior to Sanjita ji. So what he has done, this is an inspiration, right? So he has brought out a project called Namneer project in Karaikal district, where he is serving. You can see in Karaikal district where he is serving, he saw there was acute water shortage. So immediately our politicians would think of what they will think of if there is a water shortage: supply water, water in the water lorry, water with through water lorry. So that is not a permanent solution. So he wanted to find a permanent solution. So he surveyed that area and found many water bodies lying without any maintenance. So he wanted to devise a plan to restore all those water bodies so that there will be a permanent solution. So there is always a saying, we have to go to the root of the disease to destroy the disease, to uproot the disease. So here he surveyed the area and he found many water bodies lying without any maintenance, and he devised a plan and he restored 178 water bodies within just 3 months. He involved the local people, he involved government missionaries, all those things. Why he involved local people? But when you do something with your own hand, with your involvement, you will take care of the thing. For example, if you plant a tree, for your birthday, you will always go, you will be attached to that tree. You will always go and check how far it has grown. So that like that, if you get involved in something, you will be more interested in that. So he involved localites also, so that they will take care of the water bodies. So he restored 178 water bodies within just 3 months. For that, he got inspired by the Chola kings. They were very good at water management system. So he got inspired by Cholas, and so we have to read about, know about the people with substance. Instead of running behind the real heroes, we have to run behind the real heroes. We have to know about the real heroes. Then only we will have the inspiration to achieve in life. So let us know about people with substance. So he did exactly that. He studied about Cholas, their water management system. He got inspired, and he surveyed the area. He restored 178 water bodies within just 3 months. And Swamiji was telling about the courage, the qualities of a leader and IAS officer, and he got that. No, he had that compassion, he had that courage, he had that enthusiasm to do that. So he just did his job, but innovatively he did that job. It was, it benefited people. You can see what he did: desilting 178 ponds and 80.5 kilometers of major rivers, canals. He cleaned, and 640 kilometers of minor canals and its branches. Plantation of nearly 25,000 tree saplings in shortest duration, that is in 80 days. So these are all the things he did, and he restored. So now, to be the change, we have to be the change. To be the change that we want to see in the society, first we have to be the change. And civil services gives you the platform for you to bring the change. Exactly what Sanjita ji was also telling about that. How she felt when somebody thanks her. She was narrating that experience, and they are all serving directly to the people, serving the nation, serving the society, serving the people. When you become a civil service officer, so you have a choice whether to earn money for just your family's sake, or earn money and also serve the people. Here, civil services gives you the platform to serve the people. So that's a nice platform. So you can we shall know more about this. And there are about 24 services in civil services. List of civil services we have given. You can visit upsc.gov.in, and where you can find the list of civil services. There are about 24 services. Popular among them is IAS, IFS, IPS, IRS. All these services are popular. So there are other services, and UPSC conducts one examination every year for these civil services, 24 services. And generally, this is the pattern. They give notification in February month. The preliminary exam will be conducted in June. Then the next level mains exam will be conducted in October. And then the last final level personality test interview will be conducted from February to May, and the results will be announced in June. So technically, it is 1 year of examination. So it will take 1 year. You have to prepare for 1 year, and you have to write exam for 1 year. So technically, you have to spend 2 years on it. That will be better. And what is the eligibility? Who can write the examination? When you have a degree, any degree, you can write this examination, but you have to be 21 years of age. Minimum age is 21 years for all the categories. There are 3 categories, classified into 3 categories. So general category, 21 to 32 years, 6 attempts allowed. OBC, 21 to 35 years, 9 attempts allowed. And SC/ST, 21 to 37 years, unlimited attempts. Up to 37 years of age, you can make unlimited attempts. So this is the age criteria and eligibility for writing UPSC examination, civil service examination. It was already discussed. Generally, around 11 lakh people they apply, and 15,000 people they go to the next level. I mean, from 11 lakh, only 3 to 4 lakh people generally write the exam. They apply, 11 lakh apply, but 3 to 4 lakh people write the exam, and then around 15,000 people will go to. Generally, it is the ratio. It is how they calculate is. It is the number of recruitments for that year. For example, if in 2022 they are going to recruit 720 people, 720 into 13 will go to the next level, that is mains level, and 720 into 2.5 will go to the final level, that is interview level. So that's how it is. So finally, they will select the number of recruitments they want according to their mark, all those things, right? So I already told you about levels of examination: preliminary examination, mains examination, and the personality test. Preliminary examination has got 2 papers. One is paper 1, GS1, GS2. GS2 we call it as CSAT. CSAT means Civil Service Aptitude Test, where you have to secure 33%, not 33 marks, 33%. That is 66 out of 200. the total mark is for 200. So you have to secure 66%. Then only the first paper, CS1, GS1 paper will be corrected. So it's a qualifying paper. It will be conducted in the same day, morning and evening. GS1 will be conducted in the morning, GS2 will be conducted in the evening, and there will be negative marking. Every question carries 2 marks. Right answer carries 2 marks. Wrong answer, you will lose 0.66 marks for GS1, 0.83 marks for GS2, because in GS2 only 80 questions, GS1 100 questions. But the both paper are for 200 marks. So this is the pattern. So you have to be very careful in selecting. It's a multiple choice question, objective type question. So you have to be very careful in selecting the right answer. For every wrong answer, you will lose mark. For every wrong answer, you will lose 3 right answers. Actually, if you calculate that way, you will lose 3 right answers. So this is how. So when you get qualified and when you clear the qualifying paper, that is a CSAT paper, they will correct your GS1 paper. And if you cross the cutoff mark for your category, there will be category wise cutoff mark, general category, OBC and SC/ST. Your category cutoff mark, if you cross, you will go to the next level. And then in next level, you have 9 papers. It is a descriptive type. You have 9 papers: GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. GS is general studies. We call it general studies, where you have history, geography, science and technology, environment, international relations, this kind of economics, this kind of subjects, Indian polity, this kind of subjects will be there. And each paper carries 250 marks. This is a descriptive type. And optional, there will be 2. First of all, there are 9 papers. I will tell you the 9 papers. First of all, there will be 2 language papers. One is English, another is Indian language paper. So you have to select one Indian language paper that is listed in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. So 21 or around 22 languages will be there. You can select any language. You can select your own mother tongue or any other language which you feel comfortable in. In this language papers, you have to secure 25% again. Only 25% you have to secure. Then only they will correct the rest of the papers. So this language mark will not be carried forward. So then you will have an essay paper. You will have 4 GS papers, and you will have 2 optional papers. As I already told you, GS papers are 4 papers which has got all the subjects I listed. And optional paper, there will be around 48 optional subjects listed in UPSC. You have to select one optional subject out of that, and you have to prepare. And you will have 2 optional papers in that. For example, if you select geography, you will have geography 1 and geography 2. So 2 optional papers. And essay writing paper, they will give topics and you have to write essays. So each paper, so apart from those 2 language papers, you have 7 papers, and each paper carries 250 marks. So total 1750 marks for the mains exam. And this mark will be carried forward, and based on your cutoff mark, you will go to the next level. And these are all the basic syllabus for general studies paper on GS1 in preliminary. And you can see, you can go to the UPSC website. Due to paucity of time, I cannot explain all these things. Basically, it is from, as I told you, history, geography, Indian polity, economics, science and technology, environment, this kind of subjects will be there. Current affairs is the most important thing, important part of preparation for UPSC. So current affairs, you have to read newspapers daily. You have to visit websites like PIB, Press Information Bureau, or the websites like you can subscribe to the magazines like Kurukshetra, Yojana, published by the ministries. So these are all the things. We will, various sources are there for current affairs. We will let you know when you join us. So these are all the syllabus for paper 2 CSAT aptitude test, civil service aptitude test. These are all the syllabus: comprehension, interpersonal skills, including communication skills, all those logical reasoning, basic numeracy. This kind of syllabus will be there. You can go and check in the UPSC website. Category wise, cutoff mark is given here for you to know, get an idea how the cutoff marks are there. For category wise, for general, it is 116. It's almost just 50 to 58%. If you secure yours, you are safe. You can through just 50 to 58%. If you secure, you can cross to the, you can go to the next level. You see the cutoff mark for say prelims. It is 116 for general category, OBC, for OBC it is 110, just 6 marks difference. And for a SC/ST it is again 99 or 96 like that. So just a few marks difference for every category. And for mains, you see, out of 1,750, 787 is the cutoff mark. Again, 50 to 58% you can see. And final level, when you go to final interview level, the interview mark is for 275. So 1750 plus 275 is 2025. Out of 2025, 988 is the final mark. We can see that. We can see how people have secured. Rank 1 is a person of Pradeep Singh, Mr. Pradeep Singh, rank 1. He has secured 59.3%. He has secured rank 1. You can see the cutoff mark. And this is Miss Nandini, like Sanjita ji. Miss Nandini is also our student, Chinmaya Vidyalaya student from Kolar. So she has secured rank 1 and 55%. She has secured 55% in the final level. And see, you can see the same thing. And I'll just give you the who can write IAS exam. Do you need any knowledge? Do you have any good knowledge? You should possess a good knowledge, good background, or many things. All the criteria. What are the criteria? What are the criteria you need apart from the eligibility criteria? So let's see the type of people cleared the exams. This is Rishabh Jain. He was a topper in 2018, All India rank 23. So what is special about him is he had 20 arrears in his final year graduation. In his graduation, when he was in his final year, he had 20 arrears. He cleared all the arrears. He prepared for IAS. Then he cleared IAS also. He came All India rank 23. So it's not that I'm a below average student, I'm an above average student, I'm an average student, nothing like that. It is your own effort that matters. Your effort during the preparation for IAS exam, for civil service exam, that matters. Only that matters, right? So now you can see the girl left on the screen, left of your screen. She is Purna Sundari from Madurai. What is special about she has also cleared IAS exam. What is special about her is she is 100% visually challenged girl. She can't see as you and see normally. She's 100% visually challenged girl, and she will make her mother read out and friends read out for her, and she has cleared IAS in her 4th attempt. In her 3 attempts she failed, but still she didn't give it up. She sustained the effort. She could carry on, and it was she just cleared it in 4th attempt. So inspiring story. So do we have any complaint? Do we have any excuse not to try for this? If you have the inspiration, if you have the aspiration, please don't lose hope, or just don't listen to any people who is discouraging, who will be discouraging you or telling this and that. Nothing. Anybody can write IAS exam. It is only the efforts that you have to put during the preparation. Anybody can clear. And these are all our advisory council. One more example I will give you about the civil service. How civil service gives you the platform for you to bring the change in the society. Mr. Vittal. When I met him a few years back, he was enthusiastically describing his experience. So when I was at your age, when we have to book a train ticket, we have to go to the railway station and stand in the queue, fill up the form, and then we have to book. And the railway clerk at the station, at the counter, he has to check it manually. He has to check it manually whether the train that I'm asking for is available on the date I'm asking for, on the particular date, on the particular destination, for the particular destination. All those things he has to check it manually. Then he will write on the ticket. He has to write the coach number, everything, age, everything, and give it. So it will take so much time. You can imagine. So now you are able to do it at the fingertip. It's just from your mobile you can book tickets, air tickets, or railway tickets, anything. So why I'm telling is he's a man who he's a man who brought the computerization in the government sector. So he's a man behind that. And he was narrating that experience. He said, I am very happy to see how people are getting benefited from what I did. But you remember, he didn't do anything out of his way. He just did his job. And when I met him, he was at the evening of his life. So he was almost more than 80. And he would have retired 20-25 years back. And even at that time, he was just recalling what he did. So that's a thing. That's a respectability. That's a self-esteem that creates in the minds of the people when you serve civil services, and you can get excellent salary, and it provides you the job security, provides you the respectability in the society. It gives you the respectability in the society. It gives you job satisfaction above all. So civil service gives you the opportunity to change whatever the changes you want to bring in the nation, bring in the society. It gives you the platform, it gives you the opportunity. And you can see the advisory council members, Mr. Vittal, Mr. Gopal Swamy, former Chief Election Commissioner, former CBI Director, Dr. Raghavan, Mr. Aruday Pillai, former Vice Chancellor, Madurai Kamaraj University, Mr. Santanam, former Additional Chief Secretary of Government of Tamil Nadu. He was a man who was heading the disaster management team during tsunami, when tsunami came in Tamil Nadu, and he was a man who headed that team. Dr. Gariali, former Principal Secretary to Government of Tamil Nadu. She served as a secretary to Madam Jayalalitha when she was Chief Minister, and Shri Rudra Gangadharan. He is the former Secretary to Government of Tamil Nadu and former Director of Lal Bahadur Shastri of National Academy of Administration. We call it Labasana in Missouri, where you get trained when you clear IAS exam, where you will be trained for 2 years and then before getting into the field. So he was a director of that academy. And Mr. Sripati, former Chief Secretary to the Government of Tamil Nadu, and Air Marshal Dr. Matheshwaran, Dr. Kalyan Raman, is an Indologist, Dr. Kalani, the Vice Chancellor of Anna University, Mr. Ravichandran, Chief Commissioner of Income Tax. All these people are our guiding lights. They are the advisory council, they are members, and they will be handling mock interview sessions for you when you reach the final interviews. And they will also give guest lectures on selected topics that is important for the IAS preparation. And these are our mentors. They are academicians, Dr. A.B. Raghavan and Professor Uttam Kumar Jamadagni. And Dr. Ram Mohan, who just spoke to you in the beginning. He's a former additional member of Railway Board. He's our academic committee member. Mr. Subramaniam again, who is a former additional member of Railway Board. He also is a academic committee member. And Mr. Rudrangaran, as I already told you, he is also our academic committee member. And Mr. Damodaran, former Executive Director of Indian Oil Corporation, is our Director of Chinmay Academy for Civil Services. So these are all our academic committee members also. And we are proud that we had Mr. Jagadishwaran, who joined us in 2018. We started the academy in 2017. He joined us in 2018. Immediately after finishing his degree, he wrote the exam in 2019. Just got trained by us for 1 year, and he wrote the exam in 2019, and he cleared in his very first attempt. We are proud about Mr. Jagadishan. He has got IRS now, Indian Revenue Services. He is in training. He's under training now. So and we have been producing successful results through our mock interview training also. As I told you, our advisory council members who are retired bureaucrats, they will come and train you. So Mr. Narayan Sharma, who was Tamil Nadu topper, All India rank 33, and he's a Tamil Nadu topper. This year, he got trained by us. Miss Swatika got trained by us, All India rank 593. Mr. Prabhu got trained by us, 689, All India rank 699. And these are all the other people who cleared civil services in various years. In 2017, 2018, 2019, we have been producing successful results through mock interview also, mock interview training. And this year, we have this mock interview, one-on-one guidance. Right from March 28th, we are starting this one-on-one guidance. And mock interview, panel interview will be conducted on April 3rd and 4th. If you know anybody who has cleared mains this year, who has cleared mains and is waiting for interview in your circle, you can always tell them to join our mock interview. It's free. We don't charge anything. Anybody can attend our mock interview. They will be trained completely, right from entering into the room, sitting posture, how the tone should be, how should they approach a question, everything, how to dress up, all those things. So they will be trained thoroughly. So you can inform them. We will send you the contact numbers, everything through your schools. And this is our weekend batch. Why we have come? I told you the eligibility is you have to complete your degree. Only after completing degree you can write IAS exam, that is UPSC civil service exam. But why we have come to you? Why we are talking to you now? Is it too early? No. We have this weekend batch which is suitable for you. once you complete your 12th standard and get into your college, the very first year, when you get into college, you can join our academy weekend batch, where the classes will be conducted only on weekends. That is on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays 4:30 to 7 p.m. Sundays 2 classes, 10 a.m. to 12:30 and 2 to 4:30 p.m. And this will go on for 3 years. While you are in college for 3 years or 4 years, you can simultaneously prepare for IAS, gradually prepare for IAS, get knowledge, enhance your knowledge base, and it will help you in all aspects. So it will make you confident. It will make you feel confident. It will give you the energy and give you the dynamism. So you can always come to us. So you can take time and prepare for civil service exam. So weekend batch is for you. It is an advantage because you have the luxury of time. It is an advantage for you. You can so you can come to us and join our weekend batch once you join college in the first year. And our fees for online course. Many of you are outside Chennai. We are in Chennai only. So you can do our online course. For online course, we are offering 50% discount. Our actual fee is 75,000 plus GST. So 50% after discount, it is 37,500 plus GST. And it is for 3 years, 37,500 plus GST for 3 years. And the complete package, it includes preliminary coaching for preliminary, mains, CSAT interview, everything. We offer preliminary test series, mains test series with discussions, life skills sessions, we offer youth empowerment sessions. Being Chinmaya, we are not a commercial academy. We are not here to make money. We want to produce effective, efficient, capable, and committed civil service officers, so that you become. We are offering this youth empowerment session and life skills session, so that you become a complete officer, complete personality. So you'll be able to serve better, as Sanjita ji was telling. So you'll be able to serve with enthusiasm. See her enthusiasm. I'm happy to see the enthusiasm of Sanjita ji, young officer, right? So we are offering optional subjects: Tamil, Sanskrit, Public Administration, Geography, Anthropology. Again, we are offering 50% discount in this. Optional subject we charge separately, because each student will be selecting different optional subject. So we are charging rupees 10,000 plus GST. After 50% discount, it is 10,000 plus GST for optional subjects. So this is our actual fee, 75,000 plus GST, same package. If you want to come to Chennai and directly join us offline, attend our physical sessions, offline sessions, this is the fee, 75,000 plus GST. Same optional subject, optional fees is 20,000 plus GST. So this is the thing. And we have a very excellent team of faculty. So Dr. Ram Mohan is there. He is our guiding light. As I told you, he's a highly qualified person. He handles ancient history, world history, art and culture, the subjects like this. And when you take optional subject, he handles Tamil literature optional subject. So he is there for you, and he is very forthcoming in guiding students. He is there for you always, all the 24 hours. And Mr. Sridhar is 80. He has got experience, 18 plus years of experience in IAS coaching. He will be handling modern history, medieval history. Dr. Muruganandam with 10 plus years of experience. He will be handling he will be handling Indian polity. And Mr. Purushottam, 13 plus years of experience, he will be handling economics. Mr. Sundarapandian handling geography with again 13 plus years of experience. And Dr. Rajagopalan, academician, he will be handling ethics. He has written books on ethics. He will be handling ethics, your mains paper. And Professor Uttam Kumar from University of Madras and Dr. Venkat Raman, they will be handling international relations. So Mr. Jayesh and Mr. Ranjit, Mr. Rajaraman, they will be handling. Mr. Jayesh will be handling CSAT. Mr. Ranjit is handling science and technology and environment. Mr. Rajesh Kannan handling again CSAT arithmetic, and Jayesh will be handling CSAT English. So Mr. Rana Pratap will be handling environment. So the youngest lot, they are the last 2, 3, 4 faculties which we saw, the youngest lot of our faculty team. So we have a very good faculty team. Some of them have attempted civil service examination. They know the nuances of the examination very well. They have very good update about the field. They will give you the best guidance. And we have senior bureaucrats, we have retired bureaucrats, senior bureaucrats, and we have senior teachers, and we have young teachers. It's a wonderful blend. So you will have holistic training, holistic guidance. So you can join us. You'll get the best guidance, best teaching, best coaching, and you can also inform your friends and relatives who want to. It's not only for Chinmaya Vidyalayas or Chinmaya people. Even outsiders can join. Anybody can join. You can pass on about our academy to all your friends and relatives. So this is our classroom in our Chennai, Chennai Academy. Academy is in Chennai. This is our classroom. If you want to come for offline classes, you can come here and attend your classes. So this is our contact details. 98413-80738 is my number. You can always contact me whenever you have any doubts, clarifications. If you want your parents to talk to me, they can talk to me anytime. 98413-80738. You can take a screenshot of this. 98407-01008 is another number. You can contact admin@chinmayaias.com. You can mail us. You can visit our website www.chinmayaias.com, and you can reach us. You can visit us at Annanagar, Chennai, if you want to come directly. So this is about it. If you have any questions, I think Subbu, you can unmute them. They can ask the questions. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Now the participants can raise their hand. There is a raise hand option.
Yeah,
Once
you
they
can raise
the
your hands. You can ask questions to Sanjita ji. You can ask questions to us. Anybody wants to ask any question? If you have any doubts, please don't hesitate to ask questions. This is an opportunity to know everything about civil services. This your school has given this opportunity. Make use of the opportunity. Ask doubts. Ask questions. Don't hesitate. Don't think about your friends. Don't worry about that. Yes, Siva Vardhini Nagarajan has put the answer. You can unmute her. Yes, please. Rio.
Hariom, sir. My question is, how do IAS officers deal with language and communication barriers when they are posted as district collectors in a state where the local language is not known to the officer?
Okay, I think Sanjita ji will be the best person to answer this.
It is a part and parcel of your. Sorry, I'm audible now. It's a part and parcel of the job only. So I have to learn. So it's just 6 months I have landed in the state of Maharashtra. Many of my friends who are from Tamil Nadu, especially, they have moved on to work in UP, and they are most fluent in Hindi. Those who could not even, they did not even, Marathi has the same letters as Hindi. So it was very easy for me to learn. But my Tamil friends who are in Maharashtra right now, and he speaks much better Marathi than me. So it's a language which you learn. Like, sir, you learn French or you learn Spanish. It's just a new language. And you know what happens, what motivates when a person comes to me, he has so many of his issues and he wants to communicate to me. He wants to talk to me. And if I can't understand his language, it is disheartening to me. So immediately I will try and learn this language, because that's the main way how you can actually communicate. So in Labasna, when you get recruited, they have a basic beginners course. They will teach you for 2 months there. Then the whole year, you have given a complete full course of basic material, basic books. A teacher is made available. So for 2 years, you are given all necessary resources to learn the language. So there will be no dearth of any lack of resources. You will be provided with all the materials and they'll teach you. And it's easy. And it's your job. You have to work here. So it happens. And it's not difficult. We feel right now, how do I suddenly, after 25 years of learning, achanak se I have to learn a new language. It's easy. I never thought I would pick up Marathi, but you now talk to me in Marathi. I can instantly talk to you in that language.
Wonderful. So we have people like Rohini Bidari and Gagandeep Singh, who talk excellent Tamil. You cannot know unless they. If you, of course, Gagandeep Singh is a Punjabi. You can see him, but Rohini, if you don't know, she's from Maharashtra. I think she's from Maharashtra. You cannot you cannot spot out that she's a non-Tamilian. So they are excellent Tamil. They get trained.
And Tamil, I feel Tamil is quite difficult. Matlab, I found it, I was seeing my friends, it was difficult. It's very different and difficult. But still, all of my friends have picked up now. So it's wonderful.
Good. Any, I think there is somebody from CRS wants to ask question.
It is not, no language is difficult to learn. It is the aptitude part.
Yes.
Previous chairman of the Sahitya Academy, Dr. Suniti Kumar Chatterjee, used to know 18 languages just like his mother tongue. You should have the aptitude for that. 18 languages all over India.
Yes.
Some CRS.
From Orissa, N.C. Mahapatra was there, one of the very famous scholars. Mahapatra knew not only Indian languages, he also used to know 5 languages of the European continent, and he translated from Latin and Greek to Indian languages. N.C. Mahapatra.
Oh.
Okay, somebody can ask the question from CRS. There are a group of students sitting there.
Ma'am, so I wanted to know, how do you handle political pressure in general?
Political pressure is a part and parcel of your job life. So it comes along with it. It's not that you instantly learn. It's just like every day is a new, it's a new day. Ultimately, I feel we are working for the betterment of the people, and their aim should be, ultimately it has to be for the betterment of the people. If I am being pressurized for something which is not in the larger interest, I can always say no. There will be consequences. You always have to weigh in a lot of pros and cons. But I think so, my basic foundation, what I think is correct, I should stand ground for that. I should not be swayed by anything else. And that is what I always stick to. If I know if I'm doing something which is legally correct, morally correct, ethically correct, and it is for the larger interest, if many may come out and speak anything against it, but I will not back down. So political pressures there's a lot of political pressure right now in everywhere, in every field, but then you slowly learn to handle it, how tactfully you have to handle it. And second is, political persons are also in the end answerable to the same public to whom they are being elected to. So they cannot go out of their way to do something very randomly outrageous. So that is how you actually learn to balance them, keep them in good humor, explain them the logic. Sir, if we do this, this is how it will affect it. So let's not go forward with it. And they will, if you explain them logically, they usually agree. It's a portrayal which has been there in the media or in the Bollywood or Hollywood movies, where we see that everything is not proper and they always do everything wrong. It's not like that. When you work in the ground, many politicians actually come up and help in a lot of ways, because they can actually mobilize the public. And if you support them in a good way, and then we are two wheels of the same governance, you see. So we have to manage each other and move forward. So it's a learning process. You will learn to handle it. It comes with experience. So I am also in the process of learning.
Again, it's from CRS. Anybody? Ashtik Anand.
Hari Om everyone. I would like to ask that if we compare IAS IPS officers to politicians, who are more at par, MP MLAs or IAS IPS officers?
You're talking about in terms of power?
Yes, in terms of power. Who has more, what we can say that who is more at, means has the strength and the more hold on the public?
It depends on the situation, actually. It's not very, straight jacket, clear cut that this person has a lot of power. Everyone has their own power in their own sphere. Like an MP, MLA can mobilize a public very instantly. But if you are a people's collector or a people's SP, a person who is very much liked by the people, who people look up to, then you even can mobilize the public. Power is a very subjective term and something I am not very comfortable with. I don't understand this concept. He is powerful, I am powerful. We have our own responsibilities in our own sectors, in our own fields. The MP MLAs have their own power, the way they use it. I have my own power, which I use it where it is required. So see, as an officer right now, at the topmost level in a state is a CM, who is a political figure. So in the end, we all report to a political person, but he cannot run the state if we do not work, right? So it's not that he holds the strings and he makes us run like puppets. Is that he passes us some information, we give back inputs, and that's how the whole system works. There's nothing one person powerful and he can move me in and out of a district. He can just transfer me randomly. That is not how it works. Everyone has their own place, everyone has their own powers, everyone works accordingly. Like it's linked to the last question, how there's political pressure, but there is bureaucratic pressures as well. So there are a lot of things which work together in tandem. So it's not that there's specific thing that an MP or MLA is powerful than an district collector. It's always about mutual respect. Okay, no one can randomly say ki an MP MLA because he's a public representative. He is a public representative, you are the representative of the state. So they both have to interact well enough for the state and for the well functioning of the state. So no one is as such powerful. Let's not put it in that boxes. It's just that everyone has their own sphere of work, own sphere of administration, and everyone is powerful in their own sector. So it's not an all embossing thing that someone is much more powerful than the other.
I think CARS again, somebody wants to ask something.
Ma'am, my question is, earlier you mentioned about state and union postings. Let's say I've taken a state posting and in the future that I want to shift. How do I exactly do that from a state to a union posting?
See, usually you give a state service examination, you get a state posting. State posting is you are posted in your own state. And then you can always try for new people. I wrote Odisha State Civil Service Examination in 2017. And then I wrote Union Public Service UPSC in 2018. So I got into state services, but I did not join it because I got through UPSC and I joined UPSC. So that is how you can write both the exams, and you can, whichever you clear, you can take a call accordingly and go. Second is all state services. After a certain years, depending on the vacancies, you have a promotion policy. So like if I join as an OS, Odisha Administrative Services, so then what will happen is after 10 or 12 years of my service, depends, it varies from states to state, it varies from vacancies, I will be promoted from selection grade of state services as an IAS officer. So after 10, 12, 15 years of my service, I will be promoted as an IAS officer, depending on what age I join. There are a lot of factors, but within your state services also, if you join after a certain years, you are promoted to the central services. So both the ways you can move from the state services to the central services.
Saloni Kumari, you can ask her question.
Anybody with questions?
Saloni Kumari.
Why are you silent? Come with your questions.
Yeah, they are asking.
Ma'am.
Saloni, come on.
Ma'am, it is always said that when you have to clear UPSC exam, you need little bit of smart work as well as with hard work. So ma'am, I need to know what smart work is required, because as it is said that everything under the sun syllabus comes. So exactly how we can balance smart work and hard work equally?
Smart work is when you learn from your mistakes. Like my previous failures, whatever I had faced, If I kept on repeating the same mistakes, then I would never move forward. Then I'm just working hard. I'm not working smart. So I realized in what all were the mistakes because of which I was failing prelims. What all in 2018 I cleared prelims, but I failed in mains. So again, I tried to think of what was the reason why I could not clear mains that year. Learning from your mistakes, making course corrections, being very flexible. The moment you realize that this is not working for me, you need to change your course. And smart work in UPSC preparation comes to limiting your resources, knowing how much to revise, knowing your own limits. Don't try to compare, array, he read today 16 hours a day. People started asking me after me clearing the exam, how many hours did you read in a day? See, when I was working, I used to read 2-3 hours per day. But when I left my job, I read 18 hours a day. How does it make a difference? Does not. So that is what smart work is. Knowing thyself. You know yourself. What is your potentials? I can read one thing and remember it instantly. Someone needs to read the same thing 3 times. So you have to plan your schedule accordingly. All of these things is what leads to becoming smarter. Knowing yourself, how much time you should give, how much do you need to revise, how do you plan, have a schedule. Your complete year, like this year, I'll finish GS completely. Now that you have so much of time. So that is how it's all about smart work. Smart work is not shortcut work. I will read this much part of the syllabus, I'll skip this much, and then I will try to analyze. There are so many channels which analyze questions are maximum coming from environment sector last year, so this time it will come from history. It is absolutely pure. I have not used it's nonsense. It doesn't happen like that. There are really very big personalities like sir and all who prepare question papers for us, and they do not see ki acha environment last year we put 10 questions, we will put 5 questions this time. So don't go for shortcuts. Be smart in the sense, know what all to read, where to read from, find out your resources, know your guides, know your strength, know your weakness. That is how you'll be able to. Now that you are in 12th standard, I'm assuming most of you are there. So now you have a lot of time to understand yourself. What is my strong point? In which subjects I'll be doing well? Which subjects I need to focus right now? Is current affairs my strong point or not? Should I start preparing that? So try to find out about yourself and try to focus on your strengths and weaknesses.
UPSC has got another name also, unpredictable
Public Service Commission, right?
So they cannot be predicted like that.
Absolutely not. Every year the coaching institutions in Delhi, big names, they predict something, they make sure that it's not proved correct.
Is posting dependent on rank in UPSC, CSE, or it is based on some parameters in Labas now?
No, postings is completely depending on 3-4 factors. Mostly it depends on your rank. Second is the vacancy. Like I'm from Odisha. There are categories actually, general, OBC, SC, ST. Every category, every year, there is a roster system. Vacancies are generated by the states and then they are sent to center. So like this year, Odisha did not have any vacancy for IAS officers in general category. So I did not get a posting in Odisha. Then the second is when you fill up the form of UPSC for your interview, you have to give preferences. I want to join. That preferences also has a huge history. There's a huge process in that. The whole of country is divided into 5 zones. From that zone, you have to do selection. It keeps on changing. So by the time you appear exam, maybe the allotment pattern may change, but your preference is taken into account first. Second, your rank in the merit list. Third, vacancies in that state. As per that, you are allotted your place of posting. So yes, in this luck factor also matters little bit. In case there is no vacancy in your state, your home state, you will not get posted. So that happens.
Okay, anybody else? Any more questions?
I think people are hungry right now. So
yes, they must be hungry.
So we can.
We have two more questions. I think we can. Can we take 2 more questions?
Yeah, yes, we can take.
Apurva, you can ask your question. Then Sivavardhini. Apurva, can you ask your question? You're not able to unmute yourself or what?
Hari Om, ma'am.
Hari Om.
How does IAS officers deal with the threat to their lives and to their families? Are such threats common in this profession?
Not as of now. I have not yet faced, I have heard it from my seniors. It's very rare, which is, again, this is a portrayal which we have seen in it's very, very rare when you go in for some mining mafia or something, but you are very well protected. To be like right now, I'm a probationer. So this 1 year, I don't get personal protection. Now, when I get my first posting as an SDM, you get a personal bodyguard. When you become an administrator of a Jilla Parishad, you have you again have a Sipahi with you all the time whenever you travel. If you go to see, whenever there is a riot or danga or anything, you have your whole police team along with you when you travel. So whenever there is any law and order situation, there is a complete force which travels with you. And when you become a collector, you have a permanent posting of a police guard outside your home, and you have a personal bodyguard with a gun on him all the time. So that part is taken care of, but it is very, very rare. There is no threat to life as such. People are really not into killing someone or holding someone at ransom in your family. It's very, very rare. It doesn't happen. I haven't heard in my short span of career or from my seniors ever. It may be like in very conflict on areas like in Northeast, maybe sometimes it happens because of a lot of other issues, but usually you are safe. There is no as such threat to life.
Yeah, Purva, you can ask a question. Okay, she has put it in the chat box. Do IAS officers get sabbatical leave for further studies? If yes, for how long?
Yes, you can always take sabbatical leave and go and pursue your higher studies outside of India, in India. There is no, I am not aware of the exact timeline. It depends on what kind of course you are choosing and what is the timeline of that course. So you get a sabbatical for the whole of the time, and it's treated as continuation of service. Many of our officers, seniors have gone out to do their masters, PhDs. So it's allowed and it's encouraged as well, taking up higher studies.
Okay, shall we wind up, Teja?
I think
I would just like to add in the end, you just recalled my memory of Purna Sundari actually when you put her picture. So she was my batchmate at Navasna, Masuri. So it is such a delight to watch that girl. I have never seen in 6 months of her training ever a frown on her face. So much of difficulties, and she would always have a smile on her face, and she would recognize anyone instantly. We crib for such small things in life, and that lady does not have, she cannot see completely. She's completely blind, and she's always with the help. She needs help all the time for walking or doing anything, but that does not deter her. Absolutely, hats off to that woman. She is a true miracle in the way her hard work. It's not about luck. It's about her own hard work and determination that she is there. You should all take inspiration from her. I am nothing in it's a wonderful, she's a wonderful lady. You should meet her.
Yes, we don't have any excuse now. So it is nice to hear from you, whom you have moved with directly, and I have just seen her video and the news on paper about her. So it's nice to hear from you about her. You have moved with her. That's nice. Very good. So we can get inspiration from this kind of people. It's very inspiring. Yes, Teja.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot for patiently waiting and answering all the questions of the students. Now we'll end the program with a vote of thanks by Mr. Sriramadesh.
Okay, so on behalf of Chinmay Academy for Civil Services, I express my sincere gratitude to Swami Anukulananji for his inspiring words, and I'm thankful to Sanjita Mohapatra IAS, for having taken time. She readily accepted our invitation. It was nice of her, and we are also proud about her being an alumni of Chinmaya Vidyalaya, and she secured a 10th rank, all India rank, which is which is a great achievement. So we are thankful to her, and we wish her all the best in her career as a bureaucrat to be a positive contributor to this nation. And my thanks to Dr. Ram Mohan ji, our guiding light, who has always who will always be there for us and motivate us in all our activities. And my special thanks to Srimati Shanti Krishnamurthy, Director of CCMT Educational Cell, for taking a lot of efforts to make this session happen, and amazing support and her amazing support. Without her, it wouldn't have happened. So she has always been encouraging. And I thank Meena ji, Academic Administrator of CCMT Education Cell, for her wonderful support and coordination for this program to happen. She has been following it up. How many registrations have come? All those things she used to ask us regularly. And my sincere thanks to all the principals and teachers of Chinmaya Vidyalayas across India for motivating students to join this session. And without Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, nothing happens in Chinmaya Mission. So Chinmaya Yuva Kendra is a hope for all of us. So I thank our Yuva Kendra members, Sai Teja, who anchored this session so wonderfully. Subbalakshmi, who did the co-hosting, did a great job, and Yamini for her divine invocation. I thank our admin coordinator, Mrs. Vidya, for her amazing support to make it happen. I thank all the participants, even who have left the middle. So all the participants for attending this session, made it a success. We dedicate our efforts at the feet of Gurudev Swami Chinmayananji with deep sense of gratitude. Thank you so much. Hari Om all. We wish you all the best in all the endeavors, whatever you are going to make in your life, to come out in flying colors. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sanjita ji. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Hari Om. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Teja?
No.
So I will end the meeting.
Yeah.
Who is there?
No,
Yeah.
End the meeting.
So I shall end the meeting. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for the support.